Hello students, this is your social science teacher INR. I hope you are well and utilizing the time wisely. Today you are going to learn about economics, chapter 1, gross domestic product and its growth and introduction. Firstly, we will discuss definition of gross domestic product, goods and services, meaning of final goods and services and double counting. Please watch this video very carefully till the end. I am going to ask you a few questions from economics in the previous year. Question number 1. What is mean by economics? Question number 2. What do you mean by development? Question number 3. What are the basic concept of national income? Okay. Answer for the question. Question number 1. What is mean by economics? The term or word economics comes from the ancient Greek oikonomics. Oikos means household and nomos means management, customs or law. Thus, the term economics means management of household. The subject was earlier known as political economy. He is renamed as economics in the late 19th century by Alfred Marshall. Political economy is another name for economics. Polis in Greek means a state. The early writers used the term political economy for the management of the state. A person who runs a family is expected to make the best use of the income of the household. Similarly, the state is expected to get the maximum benefits for the society, hence the term political economy. In other words, economics is a social science which deals with human wants and their satisfaction. It is mainly concerned with the way in which a society chooses to employ its scarce resources or deficiency resources which have alternative uses for the productions of goods for present and future consumption. Question number 2. What do you mean by development? The word development is used widely. It refers to the progress of a particular field or a particular person. Similarly, the economic progress of a country is known as economic development. Question number 3. What are the basic concept of national income? There are some basic concept of national income. They are gross national product, gross domestic product, net national product, net domestic product, per capita income, personal income and disposable income. Fine. Let us enter into the first chapter, gross domestic product and its growth. Students, please take the page number 210. First we will discuss introduction. After a long time, you got in touch through email with a good friend of yours who lives abroad or foreign countries. When she asks, "How are you?" you may answer, "My health is in good shape and I am progressing in my studies. So, I am doing well, thank you." Or your reply may be, "Not very well. You see, I had to receive treatment for some health problems and that adversely affected my performance in my studies." Your friend then asks you, "How is India doing?" The answer to this query or question is a bit more challenging because she is asking about the conditions of the entire nation. Fortunately, economists have provided different measures of answering your friend's questions. The most widely used one being the gross domestic product or GDP. The GDP then in one way to know if India is doing well or India is not doing as well as we would wish. Next, you are going to learn about the definition of GDP. To understand how the GDP tells us how India is doing, you should understand what GDP is. Imagine what happens in a hotel. You place an order for 2 idlis and a cup of tea. Someone makes the idlis and tea and someone else serves you. An economist will say that in the hotel, two kinds of items are being produced. Obviously, Italy's and tea are produced. These are tangible, physical things you can touch and feel. Economists call such tangible items goods. Goods also called products, commodities, things, etc. Okay, what is meant by goods? Anything that satisfies a human want can be considered as good in economics. In economics, the term goods refers to material and non-material things. Just as an apple or a chair is a good, music or the service of actors, musicians and teachers are some of the examples of goods. These goods are not free but have to pay it for, though you don't release it in addition to these tangible things called goods. Something else is being produced. The work done by the cooks and the people who serves the food. The activity of cooking and serving is not something you can feel and touch. Such activities are not tangibles, but are nevertheless crucial for you to enjoy the food. Economists call such activity services or intangibles. What is meant by intangibles? Intangible things are not physical objects but exist in connection to other things, for example, brand image, goodwill, etc. But today, that intangible things are converted and stored into tangible items such as recording a music piece into a pen drive. They are marked as a good. As in the case of goods, these and other services are not free but have to be paid for. What happens every day in a hotel happens nationwide. Goods and services are produced and paid for, and this what the GDP measures. The GDP is defined follows. Nobel laureate Simon Kuznets first introduced the concept of GDP. According to Simon Kuznets, the net output of the commodities and services flowing during the year from the country's productive system into the hands of ultimate or final consumer or into net addition to the country's stock of capitals. In other words, GDP is the total market value of final goods and services produced within the country during a year. This is calculated at market prices and is known as GDP at market prices. It can be expressed algebraically as GDP is equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M, where C consumption goods, I investment goods, G government purchase, X exports, M imports. See the paragraph, page number 211. The GDP is the market value of all the final goods and services produced in the country during a time period. Every part of the definition is important. Next topic, goods and services. As you know, by now goods are tangible items while services are activities which are intangibles. Market value. This is the price at which goods and services are sold in the market. The GDP measures all the goods and services produced in the country. For this, we have to add all the goods and services produced. However, a nation produces a wide range of goods like rice, shoes, trains, milk, clocks, books, and bicycles. If only the quantities are taken into account. There is no meaningful way to add these up. For example, how do you add 1000 liters of milk with a 500 clock? Likewise, there is no meaningful way to add the quantities of services since a wide range of services are produced, such as the work done by doctors, police, fire brigade, teachers, bus drivers, and district collectors. When we cannot add the quantity of one type of good with another type of good, or one type of services with another type of services. Certainly, there is no sensible way to add the quantities of good produced with those of service produced. How would we add the quantity of milk produced in the country with the service produced by the teacher? The GDP solves this problem by measuring the goods and services in the currency of the country, which is the rupee in the case of India. The rupee value are derived from the price at which the goods or services are sold in the market. Only those goods and services with a market value are included in GDP. This implies that unless a goods and service is sold in the market, it is not included in the GDP. For example, if you pay rupees 50 to get a manuscript typed in a computer center, the service is included in GDP since it is sold in the market. If you type the manuscript yourself, the service typing a manuscript is not included in the GDP since you did not purchase it for a price in the market. Thirdly, you are going to learn about final goods and services. Economist Tyler Cowen and Alex Dvorak says that final goods and service are the goods and service which will be used or consumed and will not form a part of other goods and services. The goods and services which will be used for producing other goods and services and will form a part of the goods and service produced are called intermediate goods. Only the final goods are included in the GDP. Intermediate goods are not counted in calculating the GDP because their value is included in the final goods. So, if the intermediate goods are included in the GDP, it will result in what is called double counting. What is meant by double counting? Double counting is a difficulty associated in the calculations of national income. The error of double counting may occur in calculating raw material first and then the finished product. Example, tire is the final output of tire industry. Its value is accounted under output method, but the same tire value is added again in a car manufacturing industry. Here we take one more example of double counting. A cup of tea bought in a hotel is a final good because it is consumed and does not form a part of producing something else. So, market value of the cup of tea being a final good is included in the GDP. Sugar which is mixed in the tea is an intermediate good because it is used in making tea and forms a part of tea served. Suppose the tea is priced rupees 10 a cup, of which the value of sugar used is rupees 2. So, the price of the cup of tea included the rupees 2 price of the spoon of sugar. If this value of sugar is included in the GDP, it will be counted twice as a spoon of sugar and again as a part of the cup of tea. This is double counting. And to avoid it, the intermediate good like sugar are excluded from GDP. Students, please take the page number 212. Should the market value of wooden stills used to brew the tea be included in the GDP? You may argue that since the wooden stills are bought not as final goods but to produce tea, they are intermediate goods and so they should not be included in the GDP. However, the wooden stills, unlike sugar, do not form a part of the final goods. The cup of tea, for this reason, they should be included in the GDP. That's all for today. We will continue in the next class. Finish the assignment by clicking the link below.